Now that was quite the cliffhanger of this week's episode of Fairy Tail 2014. I'm kind of hyped now, because now we're getting into the Tartarus arc's real content, some really good content now. So, with the ending of this episode, I bet a lot of anime-onlys are just hyped up right now. They're like, holy shit, that ending. That reveal, the plot kind of got revealed, what we should expect from this upcoming arc, along with Silver's introduction to finding out he's a devil, or ice devil slayer. Atlas Flame kind of dies, he lives on through the fire for the village, and then you also have it to where Ignil couldn't destroy the Book of End. So, a lot of information just dumped upon us in this episode of Fairy Tail, and now we have the main central point of the story when it comes to this arc. Like, now all the plot elements, not all the plot elements, but some of the plot elements that we can expect that will focus majority on when it comes to this arc is finally been revealed. So, first things first I want to talk about the first half, get that out of the way, and then I can talk about the information we learned in the second half. So, in the first half of the episode, it's kind of just Natsu beating the shit out of that flying eyeball demon thing. He just beats the shit out of it. He pulls a Dragon Ball Z Vegeta, he's like, ah! And so, yeah, that was a pretty funny scene. It was funny seeing getting to see that anime. I remember when I read that in the manga and I thought the exact same thing. So yeah, I mean, Natsu pulled a Vegeta. He was just shooting fucking fireballs all into the ground. I mean, he kept shooting them and crushed him into the ground. It reminded me a lot of when it came to Dragon Ball Z. Now, that's kind of what the first half is. Kind of just destroying that monster and then moving into the second half that really contains a lot of the beef when it comes to this episode of Fairy Tail. So, we come to find out that this Eternal Flame was actually Atlas Flame. The dragon we met in the Grand Magic Games arc supposedly went back, and through the 400 years he went back, he became the protector of this village, and he made the village, he watched over the village, and he was there. And then eventually what led to happen to his body is some ice devil slayer thought he was a devil, froze him completely, and killed him. And that's what we see in this episode, the after effects of what Silver did to Atlas Flame. So yeah, from right now, from what we can see, is Silver is incredibly powerful to even be able to knock out a dragon, to be able to kill a dragon when they're not really a dragon slayer. Like, you know, Silver's a devil slayer. He's not a dragon slayer. So for him to knock out a dragon like that by himself and freeze the entire village and all the giants, it just shows you how strong he is. So yeah, that point right there, getting to see how Atlas Flame is around, he's watching over the village and stuff, and find out he was frozen by Silver, kind of crazy. It's fucking crazy. And from the information we find out that there is some demon gates, these 9 demon gates. So we kind of find out that Tartarus is kind of like a demon guild in this episode of Fairy Tail right towards the end when Silver was revealed, but he says he is like a person that eats demon souls. No, I did not mean that pun. I did not mean that pun at all, but he eats demon souls, as he says. Like, he hunts down demons. So it's really weird how he's part of this guild, even though he's a devil slayer. Very weird. Very, very weird. But still, the point that really you can pull out of this episode is that this is getting very good because Silver is a part of this group, this guild that took out a dragon, froze this entire village, and we also do know that Tartarus is a dark guild. So that was some interesting information with this week's episode of Fairy Tail. Overall, though, getting to see these different reveals, I enjoyed it. It was very fun getting to see these different little plot elements revealed, along with getting to see what happened to Atlas Flame, getting to see that Ignil could not defeat whatever End was, like he couldn't destroy End, so holy shit. And so yeah, tell me what you think. Anime-only watchers, how do you feel about all these different plot elements that were introduced into this episode? How do you feel about this arc that we are starting to see start to unfold before our eyes? Let me know. Please have a wonderful day or not, wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.